Hello, Internet! This is Schrodinger's cat, and welcome to another episode of Finish the Base. Last time we did this little adorable little guy, and it was great. And he's adorable, and I love him. He's nice and amazing. This time, I want to start figuring out over here. Because this side of the building, whoa, blow into the mic. This side of the building has been long neglected. I got this pathway over here in like one of the first episodes of this series, and never did anything with it. And now I'm in a lag spike because I just reloaded my texture pack. Oh, now the screens. Okay, we're all good. It's all good. It's fine. Last time I did it off camera, but I did do this helicopter pad thing that kind of just abruptly ends, and I've got this area over here, which is a little weird. Excuse me, ledge, which is a little weird because I have these walkways that don't go anywhere, and I don't really know what to do about that, but I guess I will solve that problem later. I'll burn that bridge when I get to it, but this time around, I'm starting to make this tunnel thing here, because this needs to go to somewhere, and this needs to go to somewhere, but it can't be right up against this thing, because we got other stuff down here, like I can't bring a wall down, so I gotta have some sort of tunnel. There's gonna be a lot of tunnels and stuff in this place, but yeah, I'm making a tunnel, and I'm having a series of these circle things. They're not circles at all. They're not even anywhere near circles. They're like arch things. These concrete, gray concrete things. So I think I'm gonna have a series of them. I think I'm gonna have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then like that, and like that. And then, please, lag spike. I'm trying to place blocks here! Please! Oh no. Oh no. The circle. My mouse is now a circle. You never... Okay, we're fixed. We did it. We get it. Oh, it's exhausting. Those lag spikes. Yeah, that's probably good for a tunnel. I got that done. These arches, pretty standard by now. And I also expanded the edge of this here over to this side because it seemed like the best way to do it, because they're just having this floating here, what with the black underneath, looked a little odd, and I couldn't find a way to transition it otherwise. So got this coming around, and this is going to attach to some sort of building. I also have these water trough things over here, which I think are look pretty good, and I fixed up the bottom a little bit over here. Still need to do something with this area, but this area is kind of cleaned up. I chopped off the thing that was extending this way because it didn't look good, didn't look right, so I just got rid of it. I am uncertain as to what materials I should make the connecting building out of. I've got a lot going on. I've got a lot of buildings, I've got a lot of stuff, I got a lot of, well, not really color combinations, but combinations of different gray and black and white and stuff like that. So, I'm gonna go with hardened bricks over here for why not? I guess, why not? Actually, now that I think about it, it may not be necessarily the best choice, because the higher up buildings are going to be like the sleeker buildings, and I have the hardened bricks going down around here, a little bit more of the like industrial looking area. I don't know, I guess I can change it, I can swap it out fairly easily at whatever point. So I'm gonna do that for now, and I'm gonna use that just to plan out the structure and all that stuff. I'll just come up here, and then come up here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how I want this building to be shaped. I guess, what's the distance between these two? It is 6 meters. Okay, so we're on an even number. Naturally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here, so that will, maybe some sort of like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like Roman kind of thing, Roman inspired, still the cyberpunk kind of style, but like with the pillars that come up here, and then there'll be a roof, and then a doorway, and then something, I really do not know. I am a little, yeah, could do... What did I do for the building down here? I don't want to copy what I did over here, because I kind of did that same thing. But this is much smaller, I guess, so... I guess it's fine. It's fine. Let me please. The place is big now, and it takes forever to get around. 1, 2, 3. Is that? No, that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And is that enough of a pathway? I think so. I think that works out fine. If I just come over here, and I'll copy that row all the way here, and then the wall with the door into the building will be here, and then, let's see, what do I want to do? Do I want to bring this forward a little bit? And then bring that up there and have it kind of lurching forward? Could be, could do. I'm gonna mess with the shape. I did the thing! Yeah, it's pretty standard as far as design goes. It's the same as down. Hold on, this place is too big. Over here, the same style as over here, and I've got it going up a few layers here, so it's kind of got this horizontal or diagonal kind of feel, like looming, leaning feel. And I have these pillars coming out here with these windows back here with this wall back here, and I think that looks cool. It kind of has that same effect that you get with those Roman buildings with the pillars that come down, but it has more of an industrial sci-fi kind of feel because it has these thin round little poles, I guess, kind of coming between here. I left this open. There's going to be a door here, and up here there's going to be a balcony, I think, because I thought it looked kind of weird with a bunch of squares, so I kind of knocked one out, and I'm like, hey, this will be a balcony. And yeah, I have these two windows up here, which are the same as the ones that are down there, which is a direction that cannot be seen through the black blocks. But down here, I have them a little bit differently. I've got this L-shaped one, and kind of flipped like that, so it's kind of cool. It has some motion to it. It goes whoop, or something like that. Something akin to that noise. Whoop is the official noise for that pattern. So the next thing, I think I want to maybe go in here. I have this list of things that I wrote out, list of ideas for stuff that I could make here. So I guess I gotta pick one of them and do that. Oh, and also I made this floor thing. Pretty similar to the other ones. There's kind of a weird spacing to it, but I did what I could. If I had the choice, I did have the choice, so I don't even know why I'm using that as an excuse. I just did it, okay? And it came out this way, and I'm not fixing it because I'm lazy, and I think it's acceptable. Acceptable is their goal. We have reached our goal of acceptability. I have this upper layer now with glass here to have this as like a balcony over here, or like a walkway between. I'm gonna have a door here and a door over here, and then a roof is gonna be right here. And I also extended this from over here. This used to be empty, but it looked weird, and I couldn't find a way to end the thing without just like, I don't know. This seemed like the best way to do it. And the thing I want to do now, where the hell is my gray concrete? Excuse me, please. Thank you, gray concrete. We love you. I want to add another one of these beams on each side. Maybe coming up and over, or will that not look good? No, probably. I'll have to do some thinking about it. Now I've got this here. I got these things. They're not detailed out yet. Still need the detailing that's on these, but I brought this down here a couple levels. I have it going. It's kind of like it goes a little bit this way and then goes down. I think it looks okay because I need something to connect there to there. It's a little weird and just like abrupt stopping here, so I might need to do something with these. But I got all these windows going every which way, and I think that gives it a cool, like, Swiss cheese effect. And then I got this door and this window thing, and I got the backside is not done at all. But I need to figure out how to get from here to here. Like, how? This is like, they're two drastically different shapes, and I do not know how to merge them. Especially I mean, over here too, and like, what? I don't know. I'm gonna need to do some fiddling. So I did the best thing that I could think of to do, which was to put little sides on here, which don't really look that good, but they look okay. This part looks okay. This area here where it connects over here looked meh. But I guess it's okay. And again, there's another flat wall here too, so that's not great. Maybe I can hang some posters or lamp posts or something on that. I don't know. But I got this kind of diagonal leaning backward back wall thing to kind of go up against here, and I think it looks okay. It doesn't look great. It definitely there's this checkerboard effect that's starting to appear over here where there's just like a bunch of squares, and I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess it's okay. Still haven't detailed those out, that's why they're so plain looking. I'll deal with that in a hot sec. I'll deal with that when I feel like it. It's kind of tedious doing the same pattern over and over again, but I want to deal with this area because we kind of got this thing over here, and I have this thing over here, this walkway here, so I want to merge these up somehow, and I want to have some sort of staircase, maybe like a nice decorated staircase or something like that. I'm not sure. I got this stairway going here. I kind of smoothed this off like that. I like how it looks. I've also condemned myself to another diagonal wall because I hate myself. And I got this stairway that's going in two different angles. It's going up an angle this way, and it's at an angle this way. Again, because I hate myself. And now, I need to figure out what to do with this area, because there's a lot of space. There's a lot of space here, and there's a lot of space here, and I need to fill it up with something because it's big and empty, like my soul. And so I'm thinking of doing some sort of like fake path around here, and I say fake path because this whole area is going to be like concrete and you know, or whatever sort of material, but there needs to be something to bring your eye from here to over here, and currently there's not. Currently it is empty, so I'm guessing some sort of path. I don't want to do a diagonal path because no, and no, and I'm not sure. Let me think about some stuff. Well, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'll have kind of like a road system. Kind of like I have down here. I just remembered I have this thing down here that I apparently did out of full blocks for some reason. And I think I might do something, but maybe not that design because it's a different material, but having these sort of like, because it's all raised in the air. It's this place that's raised up off the ground because there's a bunch of really dangerous things that are on the surface of the planet. Go come and kill your people and kill everyone dead. So I have all these platforms raised up, but to kind of create the feeling of a city would be to have roads going crisscrossing across all these platforms, even though technically you don't really need a road because this whole thing is a road. This is all concrete. It's not like we're ramping through the swamp or whatever, but yeah, I got this kind of L-shaped thing, or not L, T-shaped thing, and I intend to have another pathway coming off this way because I couldn't think of a good way, like, of what to do over here. I think I might just do a wall or something, or like how to deal with this area, but I think I'm gonna do a pathway over here off in that direction, and then this direction's probably just gonna end over here. I don't think I'm gonna put anything here, but actually, now that I think of it, this is a pretty unnatural wall. What I could do is I could knock this down, right, and put a stairway. I don't know why I don't have game sounds. That's a good question. But the bigger question is, should I put a stairway here? I think I just might put a stairway here, but not right now. I want to put the road here first, because there's a lot of area here that's not used, and this isn't accessible, so this might be a good way of doing that. That being said, I still need to take care of this wall, because this is pretty bad, but maybe I can just enclose this area in or something, I don't know, but I want to figure out what I want to make the actual road out of, and I'm thinking there's a block concrete. Hold on, let me just go up here and get it. I found it in the menu, and I'm like, this is a nice block. This block, right here. Look at this. This is nice. It might be too much contrast, though. Let me just grab a full block of it. Whap, whap. Hold on. What? No. Oh, jeez, Lord. I've accidentally switched the language settings on my keyboard now, so now my undo key, does the mini-map size. But, is this too much contrast for the thing? For the road? Is that gonna make it look super weird? I guess with this handy builder's wand, it will not be too long to find out. I just need to get this to the end. I guess that's good enough. That's good enough. It's very white. I do not think I like that. I'm wondering, The smooth hardened stone, on the other hand, might be something we can work with, because it's a tonality we already have in here. Slightly different texture, much smoother texture, but I think that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It differentiates it from there and there, and I think the brick would be super weird. Yeah, I need to fill this in, but I want to deal with this later. I had to have some sort of diagonal thing connecting it to the roadways. I'm probably going to have most of the roadways be fairly aligned to the voxel grid, but this just needed. The stairway was diagonal, so it would look weird if it just came out at a right angle here and then just stopped at this diagonal staircase. So I think that's fine, and that's a amount of diagonal that I think will be permitted by my fairly limited sanity. But I got this thing going here, and I think a mix of basalt down here I have basalt, hardened stone, and I think that's the sky stone block with that square texture, polished texture, and I don't really like that. I think that was mostly a placeholder, I think, at the time. I don't actually remember, but I assume at the time it was a placeholder because that particular texture is very busy against these other smooth textures. I don't know. I don't like it. I will change it later, but probably to some chisel and bit. That's the wrong button. I meant to press C. Chisel and bit design in that kind of circular, not circular. You know what I mean. So, what do we do here with basalt? Do I just outline this thing here? Maybe. I got all the border trim in. I also kind of depressed this a little bit so that it would have some depth. Not a whole lot, but some. I forgot this middle part, apparently. Come on, let's just... I tell ya. Please, give me the thing. Thank you. I need to figure out a design. I'm probably going to have some fairly standard design for the middle. Some sort of, like that design right there. But for the road part, I want it to be flexible as far as what the design does. So I'm gonna have to design something that can be repeated, but that isn't necessarily super modular, because I'm gonna be weaving it through a lot of stuff that might end up a little weird. So for the design, I think for the design in the middle, I think I'm just gonna, oh, there's a burp coming in my throat. But I'm gonna do one of these across here, and I'll take this down a second in a bit, but I just want to get this out first. Do I want to do it like that? Potentially. Let's get this around the entire thing first. Hold on. Additive, blah, and then blah, and then over here we just do that, and that's fast, and that's good. Good job. We nailed it. Okay. This too as well through here. No, that's bad. That's not any good. And then I have to do these separately because it's a small space. Why things gotta be small? Why can't they just be big and work with me all the time? Okay. That's not great, but it's also not terrible. Maybe this? It's very heavy on the basalt. Very thick. So, is that decent? I think that's decent. and then I can come in like that. And this is pretty standard as far as designs go, following some similar rules as that. I'll add a few more details, but I want to add something to here. I don't necessarily... Let's see, do I want to coat or cover this whole area on this design? Let's just do it for right now and see what happens, I guess. Science! We're doing science, kids! We are doing science. Okay, and I need something that can be, I guess it would be modular based on the full block grid, but I don't want to have to deal with counting full blocks and all that crap. So along the outside, that's not what I wanted to do. Along the outside, I could do something like this, like that, with this thing over here. No, and then over here the same thing on this side. That's pretty standard. Pretty standard means. I find that it is beneficial if you can identify certain characteristics of a design that you're using over a large space, like this inner thing with the concentric squares and then the little connectors on the corners, so that you can have some consistency in your designs, and that helps it be less busy. When you have a lot of really complex designs in a relatively confined area, like all of these designs up here are, they follow kind of some of the same rules, so they work together, I guess? I don't know. That's not bad. It's not terrible. Obviously, I'm gonna put something in the middle, but I think it will look weird when it's over a long distance, so I don't know. I'm gonna try copying it over there. And this is the design I came up with. This area here is kind of weird and doesn't really fit this area, but there was only so much I could do with my brain with the diagonals. I just couldn't. It was just too crazy. My brain hurt. It made my brain hurt, and I had to move on. But mouse twitch, hand twitch. But I got this design here, and I like this kind of thing. These designs on the outside are quite light or thinner compared to the other designs where the outside was, so that's pretty cool. And I think this is okay. I think if it gets much longer than this middle part will start to look a little bit weird, but we can always throw one of these in, you know, randomly or whatever, based on the spacing of the thing. I also brought this grass around the edge with this little barrier here, and it's very bright. It's certainly very bright, but I think that's okay. We got some very bright areas kind of going all over which way. And I am going to put in this detail right here. Well, we'll have to find zoom, not particularly cooperating, but this over here, but it's just so tedious. I need to do it here, I need to do it over there, I need to do it over here. It's so tedious. But I guess the next thing I need to do is figure out this edge or something. I had this thought, alright? So yellow is really contrasting with the basalt and the black concrete, because it's really bright and the black concrete is really unbright, also known as dark. So I'm wondering, what if I change the grass that's like growing in the inside of the complex to blue and just have the yellow grass on the outside? That could help, because it would also differentiate it from the ground when you're looking down from this kind of perspective. So maybe? I actually think that helps a lot. Now that it's differentiated from the ground, it doesn't blend in as much, because there's a lot going on here, and having it blended to the ground and having the quite busy ground seeming like it's part of the same structure as the building, that was too much noise. So I think the blue helps differentiate it and helps your eyes see this as a solid mass versus something blended into the environment. So like I said, I will do this stuff around here eventually, but it's something I need to do in parts because it is super tedious. I think that's actually even better because it's darker. It doesn't stand out as much, and I don't know. I'm gonna try putting it up here too and seeing what happens, seeing what it looks like on multiple things, but I think that's actually better. The graveyard soil? Yeah. Okay, I have done a lot of fiddling. The dirt that I was using, the graveyard soil that I was using, was nice, but over a large scale, it really didn't tile well. You could really start to see the grid in it, and that looked really weird. And also, these little things here, these little details here, these depth details, were disappearing into the texture. It was a little busy, so I couldn't find a better blue texture. All of the textures were either too purple or too green or too bright or not bright enough. There's not, I mean, there's some good options for ground in this pack, but not in the blue area, I guess. I tried going for blue concrete powder, but that was too purple. Like, it is quite purple. In actuality, it's more like violet. So yeah, I wish I had like a dark or like a blue like this, but that was slightly like not as purple, so it would be like this color here, but slightly darker. But yeah, I don't have that option available. So I think this orangey red thing I've got going on here. This is magma slimy mud and yellow concrete, or not yellow, but orange concrete powder. And I think that works better. We're using orange in the ground in the thing over there, but it's a different tone. It's much less saturated, and this is much more saturated. It's almost too saturated. I was messing with some other stuff, like I tried red sand, but that was too desaturated. It looked weird. So I think this is gonna be good. I'm not like 100% on it. But I think I'm going to keep it for now and continue on like this. I think this area looks a lot better. All of these areas look a lot better. It's still bright. It's still a bright color, but it's not as shocking because it is a slightly deeper hue. It's like the yellow really, really stood out, and I think this doesn't stand out as much, and it works. I think it works. I put some of the lights, the same lights that I have down here, on this little thingy over here. I brought them up here to kind of, just still looking for stuff to kind of fill this space. There's still a lot of space that, like, needs stuff in it. There's a lot of, like, emptiness, and it doesn't feel immersive yet, but I think it's starting to come together. I'm gonna put plants in here, like I said before. Probably a few trees like that. And again, the little wigglers that come up on the ground, and maybe some of the yellow grass. It's like you see how that yellow grass is poking up around that tree. Maybe some strands of that. Too, at some point when I feel like it, I added these bases to the lamps, which I might bring down here. Actually, that might be pretty cool. I maybe move these a little bit so they're actually on the. I don't know. There's still some stuff I need to do with that design, but I have them here, and I like the way that they look. And in between here, I want to put some sort of grate or like sewer, not like sewer, but like just like water drainage or whatever, because I imagine that, I don't know, maybe this area is covered, so it wouldn't necessarily get rained on, but if there were storms or something, and assuming this is a hostile environment, as we've established, there's probably going to be storms, maybe not necessarily deadly storms, but definitely storms indeed, and the storms would come and they wash water across here, so we need, even though it's kind of a built-up area, you might still need some drainage or whatever, or maybe, I don't know, anything that might happen. These, I don't really know what I'm doing. I've never made anything like this before, so I'm just winging it. I'm just going on. I'm just following my heart. Okay, so, I'm guessing, let's see, that's probably good. Like that width of a bar. They're too far apart. They're too far apart. I gotta have them closer together because it looks weird like that. I am going to put them like that. Alright. And like that. Alright. And then, how do I make them look round? I don't know. I'm gonna try bringing this down one. Like that. That looks pretty bad. With the lighting there. Let me play with this. I have this kind of, I got rid of some of the poles and I kind of thinned them up, and they're now 3 deep and 1 thin, and they're rose the concrete up a little bit, to be risen from the ground like these, so they have some depth and form to them. And I also put some of that coolant water stuff down here, like it's kind of running off through the floors and stuff. It looks a bit odd, but I think it's okay. There's definitely some weird aliasing stuff going on with them, but whatever, close enough. We did it. Good enough. I think what will help is maybe some details, like some rust or whatever on the grates here. My dog agrees. My dog likes that plan, barking away. Maybe something like that to make it seem like it's old, and because this is where all the caustic stuff would go on. So I don't know. I think it's helping. I think it's helping to make it look a little bit grodier because it is a sewer drain. I've mentioned this before in the AoE series, but I don't think I've mentioned it in this series. A good way I found of doing these sorts of things, these sorts of small level, or 16th level, like basically what I did over here, if you get a look at what it looks afterwards, you kind of got these layers of grass flowing over each other. And a good way I've found of doing that is to get a solid amount of this material and then draw the topography lines. And then once you have these topography lines drawn, going from white, and then the blue will be the highest and below the white will be the lowest. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of things here, and you just clear material, and when you've done that, you just turn everything back to the come on, let me show to that, and that works out. And at the end, it looks like that. I of course added the same orange concrete powder that we have here before, just to define, give it some color. Like I could have it entirely this stuff, the slimy magma mud, but it wouldn't look as good. So I got that all the way down, and I think I need to add some plants or something. I'm not sure. A few little plants here. I had a couple made. I just gotta add them around at different orientations, and I think it looks all right. It's kind of copy pasty, but I think the different orientations help disguise that a little bit. I also added some some black concrete powder into the floor here, and I started dotting around a few props. There's still a lot more props I need to make, a lot of stuff, but I think that helps a little bit. I also was starting to work out this area, starting to get this area a little fleshed out, a little more detailed and interesting. So I have this road extending all the way through here. This is very liney. There's something I need to do with this area to break it up, but I will figure that out later. I was detailing out here, and this area over here, and then I have this wall, kind of liney wall, and I like this wall. I like how it's very vertical liney, but I think that's a good thing. For some reason, I don't know why, but I just do. And then I have this little area in here, which I think I'll use as some sort of like garage or storage area or something like that. But that is all the time I have for this episode. I still need to add a wall here. I need to add a wall here and a bridge here and detail out this area, but that will have to wait. So I'm gonna say good day to you, internet, and thank you for watching.